Okay, we're gonna do a quick little no frills, movement, mobility, flexibility, a little bit of core stabilization sequence here. Grab a block. If you don't have a block, it's okay, but it's gonna be really helpful for some of the core, drawing towards the midline type of stuff. Put it on the middle setting, place it between the ankles, sit yourself down. Now we're not gonna go super into spiritual aspects of yoga right now, but we do have to drop into the breath. So allow yourself to sit, close the eyes, and find a breath count that works for you. 4 is usually good in the inhale, and 4 on the exhale. Soften the shoulders and start to find a rhythm. Whatever you were doing before, let that be then. Bring your focus and attention now, here. This is a little bit of mindset rewiring in practice. How quickly can you shift to this new practice? Remove the block from behind you, place it off to the side, bring your hands to face behind you, fingertips away. Inhale, press the hips forward, roll the shoulders open, lift the hips up. Exhale, sink the body down, draw the chin in. You're doing these spinal rolls as you open the hips. Lift up, exhale down. It's like cat-cow, just a different variation. Chin all the way in, inhale, chin up, press up. Exhale, chin down, roll in. Just one more, inhale, reach up. Exhale, roll down. Good, hands come in front. Tuck the toes and sit back onto the heels so the toes are tucked underneath. This might be really uncomfortable. If you don't use your feet in a very tactile kind of way, barefoot, if you're in shoes at a desk often, they might be really stiff here. Just spend some time, you're not gonna be here forever. Stretching the soles of the feet, working from the ground up. Right now you're really strongly in dorsiflexion. Now release and go into plantar flexion and sink yourself back a little bit. This might be enough. This can be really tender on the knees if the quads are really tight. So it just allows to be a passive stretching of the quad. If you want to go farther, you lean yourself back a little bit. Maybe even pick the knees up. Be mindful. Okay, toes come together, widen the knees out, sink the hips back, reach the arms forward, sink the chest down towards the floor, bring yourself into a child's pose. Claw out through the fingers, press through the knuckles, reach the chest down to the floor. Breathe deep into the belly. Let the breath do the work for you. You're stretching the outer musculature, but you're using the internal musculature of the diaphragm to open yourself into these spaces. Draw yourself up, stack the hips on top of the knees, walk the hands forward, lengthen the chest down towards the floor, open the heart, upper back, underneath the lats. Breathe here. We're gonna be passing through a lot of movements dynamically to begin, then we'll hold a few. It's gonna be a short practice, getting things started. All right, walk your right hand in, keep your left hand where it is. Rotate so you're tractioning and pulling this forearm back. You're feeling into the lat. You can even look over towards your right shoulder. Good, now thread this left hand all the way underneath you. Open up the upper back. Try to stretch the edge of the neck and top of the shoulder. Don't force into anything. If this feels good, you can stay here. If you want to take it further, you can extend the right leg out so it presses you forward and tractions the shoulder down. Slowly come back, bring the knee down if you had it up. Bring the left arm forward, reach through the right arm and pull it back. Using your left hand to prop you up as you feel into the lat on the right side now. You just hold for a while until you feel that, it's as if you're hanging with one arm, you're just pulling it on the ground. Okay, then slide the arm through. Balance both sides, so if one side needs a little more, do that. Pause the video, do whatever you feel is right. Feel into the edge of the shoulder and neck. Maybe lift the leg, traction it down. Overall mobilization of the spine, the whole system. And we'll work from into the hips and up. Come back. Bring it back forward, sink down again. We're going to work into a couple other places in the upper body before we hop into the hips a little bit deeper. This is a twist that I think everyone should do every single day. Bring yourself all the way down to the ground. Left arm's gonna come out to the side. Walk your right fingertips in, bending the elbow. Place this hand all the way down. Spread the fingers and reach into the floor. Then roll onto your left side to whatever degree you want to. Your shoulder here is gonna wanna internally rotate. Don't. Keep it out. Reach into the floor like you're trying to like claw, bear paw it into the floor. Then roll over. Imagine someone has their hand on your shoulder and they're pulling it back. Then drop the ear down to the floor. And if it's already a lot of force and tension, back off a little bit, right? Be intelligent, be intuitive, listen to the body. Pain is not where we want to go. Be super mindful. Deep breathing. If your breath halts, you've gone too far. All right, come back. Go to the other side, right arm out to the side. Roll onto your right side, right ear down to the floor. At the same time we're getting into the pec, we're also opening up the hips pretty strongly. Getting deep into the spinal rotation too. Again, same thing, don't let the right arm internally rotate. Pull it out slightly. Be mindful of any tension in the elbow. Don't want that much tension there. Draw back. You're now gonna bring the arm up at an angle, about 45, and roll over again. But now imagine you're trying to suck the armpit up and pull the arm towards you just a little bit. Pulling the humerus into the arm socket. Cool, just passing through, reaching the other arm out. Few breaths. Come back onto the belly. Bring the hands by the side of the chest, fingertips bent. Inhale, roll the body up, press the pelvis into the floor. Exhale, roll the body down. You're gonna do 10, inhale up. Exhale down. Think about the back muscles doing the work. Your fingers are just assisting. Inhale up. If this is hard to do and you just find yourself pushing to the arms, or if you don't even know, take your hands off. See how far your back can go without your hands. Feel that work. Then put the fingertips down and just assist a tiny bit to mobilize and strengthen the erectors of the spine, stabilizing the back side of the body. Couple more. I've lost count because I was talking, so I'm saying you got 3 more. Inhale up. Exhale down. Make these smooth and graceful as you can. If they're not graceful, that's okay. Be graceful like a moose. The way I think of my grace, sometimes it's graceful, sometimes it's not. Inhale up. Exhale down. Good. Bring the arms down. Pull the elbows in towards you. Press the pelvis into the floor. Think about tractioning the lower body away from you as you're trying to slide the upper body forward. Draw the shoulder blades together, spread across the collarbones. Sphinx pose. Breathe here. We're gonna need that block here in a moment. Couple breaths. Bend the elbows and sink the chest down. Grab your block. Bring it over, lift yourself up. Bring the block between the thighs, squeeze onto it. Bring the forearms down, walk the feet back, forearm plank. Don't let the hips sag. Pull the tips of the toes to the back of the elbows. Think about that energetically. Spread the upper back. Press the hands to the ground, root each knuckle down strongly. Just breathe. With each exhalation, think about drawing the belly in towards the spine, sucking the body in towards the middle. Don't sag into the belly. Squeeze the glutes. Turn on the inner thighs. Just a few more breaths. Straighten one arm. Straighten the other arm. Find yourself in a high plank. Walk the feet a little bit forward. Drop the knees down. Place the block off to the side. Bring yourself up. Step the left leg forward. Okay. Press the top of the right shin to the ground. Inhale, bring the arms up. Exhale, cactus the arms out to the side. Palms face out. Floss down. Inhale, rise up. Palms together. Exhale, floss down. Inhale up. Exhale, floss down. Inhale up. Exhale, floss and stay. Drop the left arm to the floor. Right arm reaches up and over. Palm faces towards the ground. Look up and under your right arm. Feel into the side body and sink into the hip a little bit more. Where's your breath? Draw attention to it. Make it smooth. Make it even. Bring your left fingertips off the ground and onto the left thigh. Pivot your right leg in like a kickstand. Sink more into the hips. Bring the right arm over the head. Now you're feeling into the calf a little bit, into the Achilles and the ankle. See what that rotation is willing to do right now. These are all just points of reference for you to know where your body's at, where your current level of mobility is. Okay, we're gonna do something that's a little creative. You bring the right hand behind you onto the floor. Back here. Left arm comes up, you drive the hips forward. Reach up, spread across the body. Press with the right hand a little bit more. Bring it back down. Normally I'd have you rotate around, but for camera's sake, we're just gonna bring the right leg forward. Okay, lift your arms up, inhale. Exhale, cactus the arms out to the sides, sink forward. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, cactus and sink forward. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, cactus and reach forward. Let's do one more, inhale up. Exhale, sink. Find the depth. Feel the traction of the back hip flexor. Press that top of the left shin into the floor. Reach the right arm down, left arm up and over. Feel into the body. Don't force into it. There shouldn't be any pain. Keep the body upright as much as you can. Balance the sides. Maybe right arm to the right thigh, left leg pivots in. Then you open up again. Feeling a twist here. Don't force any tension into the Achilles, but if you feel a little stretch in the calf, that's okay. Few breaths. Left hand's gonna come behind you. Right arm's gonna press up to the sky. Hips come forward. Breathe and lengthen. Bring yourself back down. Okay. Bring your toes underneath you. Pick yourself up. Bring your thumbs to the base of the sacrum. Wrap the hands around you. Lift the hips forward. Draw the chest up towards the sky. Imagine your hips are on a wall. They're connected there. So you're not just dumping into the back like this. That's no good. It's going to hurt your back. Press the hips forward. Imagine they're connected to that imaginary wall. Roll shoulders open. Bring the chin up. Brace to the center of the core like you're doing that plank. If I had you here for 3 minutes, how would you have to do it? You have to back off a little bit. Allow the breath to settle you in. Keep pressing strongly into the base of the tailbone. Even using your thumbs to massage the low spine a little bit. Notice what tension is going on there. But use that as a structural point for your hands, as these little scaffolds. Keep pulling the heart open, opening up the collarbones. Pressing into the hips, using that as a point to open with the chest. Inhale, draw up. Exhale, sink it down onto the heels. Pause for a moment. It's a lot of movement, a lot of opening. Steady your breath. Slow it down a little bit. That right there could be enough. We're gonna do a couple poses just to finish it out. Hands come to the floor, press it up and back to downward dog. Cross your right ankle on top of the left. And imagine someone has their hands on your left hip flexor and they're pulling it back. Right? Hollow out the belly a little bit. Notice the elbows, they want to come out to the side. Suck them under you. Press more through the knuckles. Draw your chin in a little bit now. Look towards the belly button. Reach the right leg up and open the hip, bending the knee. Stacking one hip on top of the other. Step the right foot outside of the right hand. Find yourself in this lunge, long lunge. The back knee is off the ground right now. Inhale your chest forward. Exhale, straighten the legs. Bow in. You can draw the right toes up towards you. Inhale, draw forward. Just 3. Look up. Exhale, round in. Over. Inhale forward. Exhale up. Let's do one more. Inhale forward. Exhale up and back. Step the left leg on top of the right. Feel into the calf. Notice what's going on there. Spread through the hands. Try to bring that heel down towards the floor. Maybe walk the hands in a little bit more. Then left leg comes up, bend the knee, open the hip. Left leg outside of left hand. Inhale, bring the chest forward. Exhale, fold it in. Inhale it forward. Exhale, fold it in. Press away. Inhale it forward. Exhale, fold it in. Inhale forward, walk your left leg out. Bring your right leg out. Sink into this low squat, hands forward. Press yourself to standing. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, hinge at the hips. Bring it all the way down. Fingertips to the floor. Walk the feet back and pivot the feet around. Just one more to end for this short sequence. Arms up, inhale. Exhale, hinge forward. Clasp onto the feet. If you can't clasp onto the feet, clasp onto the shins. Don't crunch it all down so you can't breathe. Draw the heart open. Shoulder blades together, spine as tall as you can make it. Press through the heels, draw the toes in towards you more. Soften your face. Release tension across the eyes, jaw. Slide your hands along the thighs. Bring the feet in towards the center. Clasp on to the edges of the feet. Draw yourself up and hinge forward to whatever degree your body is willing to right now. Breathing slowly. Draw yourself back up. From here, you can drop into meditation. You can go on with your day. You can start your workout, whatever you're gonna do. You've had a good little mobilization of the body. Hope you enjoyed that short little sequence. Have a good, beautiful day. Take care.